It's Thursday, January 13th, 2022. It's 12:24 p.m., 45 degrees Fahrenheit. We're in Lafayette Square neighborhood, one of the older neighborhoods in St. Louis. So there's 79 neighborhoods in the city of St. Louis, and this is one of them. And you see these row houses all along here, Victorian style. That was from Victorian style from Queen Victoria, her reign in Britain, from the late 1830s to about 1900, and really more even 1850 on. And you see these row houses all along here. They call them painted ladies also. So they built these. St. Louis was booming in the mid-19th century. And post-Civil War it became really popular, this area. Beautiful row houses. We're on 18th Street here. We're about 2 miles from the arch, roughly. And here again, beautiful neighborhood. One of the oldest neighborhoods in St. Louis. This area was hit hard when a tornado ripped through here in 1896. And it went over into East St. Louis in Illinois. And this neighborhood really declined after that. And there was a resurgence in the 1970s and on to today. They've revitalized it. Hey. This is actually the Fountain Park Plaza here, and there's businesses all around here. There's Park Avenue Coffee right there. That's their first location right here in Lafayette Square. It's very, very popular. They did open a couple other locations in St. Louis. That's the original. Okay, so here's Lafayette Park we're coming up on. It's also a square within a square. This is the oldest public park west of the Mississippi River. And they created this in 1836 when they created this neighborhood. Victorian style mansions over here. The park isn't as close to the middle of this neighborhood. It's a square within a square. Not exactly in the middle though. Close to it. That's Benton Place, named after Thomas Hart Benton. He was one of the first two senators in Missouri. So that street right there is named after him. He also has a statue in the park here, though, that I'm going to show you, which is the first public monument in Missouri, statue of Thomas Hart Benton. So we're walking along the park here. This is Park Avenue. This is one side of the park. This iron fence was built in 1869. This neighborhood is named after Lafayette. He's a Revolutionary War hero who visited St. Louis in 1825. Okay, we're going to turn on Missouri here. We're going to go right around the park. The painted ladies, they call them, all different colors. That's an Italianate mansion right there. That white one. And a German Baroque mansion. Okay, we made our way up here to the next street, Lafayette. Now this right here, 2156 Lafayette, this is where James Buchanan Eads, he bought this house for his daughter, and this is where his funeral was also. He built the Eads Bridge, James Buchanan Eads, and his funeral was here. Again, that third floor was destroyed by that tornado in 1896. So that was rebuilt. Built that, he bought that house for his daughter for a wedding present. Well, let's go along on this side. So the park's over there. We're on Lafayette now. Okay, we're on Lafayette here. You see these Victorian Second Empire townhouses here. And right here at 2044, Louis Brandeis lived here. He became the first Jewish Supreme Court justice. He was admitted to the bar at the old courthouse downtown. He lived right here. And also, Charles Nagel also lived here. He was a Commerce and Labor Secretary for President Taft. He went to WashU Law School, and he was a corporate lawyer for Adolphus Bush, and he married Louis Brandeis' sister. So they both lived right here, Louis Brandeis and Charles Nagel. They were brothers-in-law. And we're heading up here, that's the final street there, Mississippi. That'll complete our four corners, but this is a good time to head on into the park. And so we're at Lafayette in Mississippi. So it's the oldest park west of the Mississippi. And dates to 1836. And this was a police station here. So this was a police station. This was built in 1867. Okay, so here's a life-size George Washington. This was built in 1869. There's a lot of geese at this lake here. Okay, now right here was the music pavilion, and you can see this sign here. It was built in 1876, and again that tornado destroyed that in 1896. Okay, so here's that Thomas Hart Benton statue. He was one of Missouri's first two senators elected by the state legislature. He killed Charles Lucas in a duel on Bloody Island, which was in the middle of the Mississippi River, which General Robert E. Lee, who became a Confederate general, he was an engineer who worked on getting that island out of the way from blocking the harbor in the Mississippi River. But anyway, he was in a duel and he killed Charles Lucas. And he became a senator by one vote over Charles Lucas's father. And Daniel Rawls was one of the legislators who actually died. He was sick at the Missouri Hotel, which is where Raider Place is, down on Laclede's Landing. That's where the first legislature convened. and where the first governor of Missouri was inaugurated. And he was actually sick in a bed. They carried the whole bed downstairs for him to vote. He could hardly even raise his head, but when it was time to vote, he voted. And he did die shortly after. But Thomas Hart Benton was elected by that one vote. So he's one of Missouri's first 2 senators. And this is the first public monument in Missouri. And this statue was put here in 1868. So there's that Thomas Hart Benton statue again right there. Now right over here are these cannons. These were from a British ship, the Action, that we sank, the Americans, we, I say, in 1776 near Charleston, South Carolina. And they found these in the ocean and they put them here. So these were cannons from the enemy right here. Let's see what this sign says. These guns are from the British man-of-war Actian, sunk in an attack on Sullivan's Island in Charleston Harbor, South Carolina, June 28, 1776. In 1887, a British vessel entering Charleston Harbor ran upon an obstruction which proved to be the forgotten guns of the Actian. They were raised and sold at auction, and they were bought by the Missouri Commandery of the Military Order of the Loyal Legion and presented to Lafayette Park October 20th, 1897. So that's what these cannons are here. Okay, this is called the Comfort Station, right over here by the lake. This was built in 1908. Okay, we cut back out here on Mississippi again, so we're just going to continue on and finish up along here, the final street here as we've walked along the park. So this gives you a good flavor of the Lafayette Square neighborhood. You can't see everything, of course, but we went around the park and seen some main attractions. It is a square neighborhood in the shape of a perfect square, just about. And the park is as well. Beautiful neighborhood. So we're on Mississippi and we're coming right back up here to Park where we started. So we're going to wrap this one up from here, from the beautiful and historic Lafayette Square neighborhood. This was a fun one. This is a really beautiful historic neighborhood here. This is a really fun one. So I hope you enjoyed it. And thanks for watching.